So the Electric State is bombing on its first reviews. Not exactly a major surprise coming from Millie Bobby Brown, the individual who says, "Yeah, I don't really watch stuff. Like I don't have the attention span for it." Good times, good times. Russo brothers have not made a good movie since the event. Well, a good reviewed movie. Important caveat. Since their Marvel days. Remind me why they're so highly paid? Like, what is the recipe that they've got? Because currently it's a shit sandwich. Millie Bobby Brown, goddamn, what an overhyped cretin. This is the epitome of social media clout for casting nowadays. Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown, might have a huge following, but Jesus, not exactly good, is she? Not exactly good at producing projects. Not exactly good at acting in projects anymore. It's to someone who got famous for playing a mute. So that should speak volumes, shouldn't it, I guess? Anyway, I thought we'd just take a look at this. Thought it was funny. It's a Sunday. Let's have a chill day, shall we? Let's take a look. So, yeah, first reviews are pretty bad. And the, we'll be looking at the Rotten Tomatoes as well, because that's pretty terrible. But the first reviews came out. I was like, yes, it's soulless, incoherent, bland. Millie Bobby Brown vehicle. Now, that's actually important because if the Russo brothers are coming back to do Marvel and they're being paid a truckload of money as well, remember that, truckload of money, that's not good. That points to, it points to potentially them getting too much creative say. And if they had like free creative control of the last few projects that they've done and what they've created is this garbage, then that's a recipe for disaster, isn't it, really? Let's be honest. But anyway, so here's some of the first reviews. The movie's message about taking a step back from technology to reconnect on a human level is a hackneyed one. We've heard countless times before, but it's especially rich coming from Netflix. Kingdom of the Algorithm. Amazing. Variety went like ham on it. A bland Millie Bobby Brown vehicle, just like that other one where she like fought a dragon, but she didn't fight a dragon. Garbage. The filmmakers have diluted the source material, showing a clear lack of interest in making their creation just as haunting, searing, and satisfying as the original product. Love that. Brilliant. Good times. Empire says the Electric State loses some of the quiet profundity of the original text, but as a breezily watchable, retro-futuristic jolly, it has enough juice. There's no soul, no originality, just a great big multicolour wedge of digital content. That's what I want in my films. No, it's not. Independent said it's both punishingly obvious and completely incoherent. Oh, God. Metro was like, Netflix is The Electric State is the streamer's most expensive original movie to date. But sadly, it doesn't show much value for money as the Millie Bobby Brown flick is far from its best. This is what Amazon and Netflix have been doing lately, just throwing money at projects. And overwhelmingly, they bomb. Overwhelmingly, they bomb. And then when they keep the budgets tight for stuff, funnily enough, they do well. IndieWire said it gave it a D-. So that's brilliant. And they say that despite all of the clout and capital at their disposal, the Russo brothers can think of nothing better to do than stick our faces in an ocean of piss. Wow. An ocean of piss. I wonder what that would smell like. Rancid. Anyway, the Telegraph said... the Telegraph loved it, but the Telegraph... dipshits, so it's not really a surprise. They said it's Spielbergian treat. Digital Spy says the Electric State is indicative of too many blockbuster offerings from the streaming service that do just enough to get you to watch, but are rarely good enough to be memorable. Yeah, that's what I want. And obviously, this is bombed. This is absolutely bombed. So it's not done well at all. 18% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's their worst one, I think. Yeah, I think it is. I think that is actually their worst one. There's some more here. The movie's message... Oh, I read that one out already. I mean, that's pretty terrible, isn't it? That is That is pretty bad. Isn't that their worst one? Yeah, it is. It's their worst one. Wow, man. Now, it has slightly increased a little bit. So it's at, what, 23% now? Let me just move this up here. So it's at 23%. Jesus. No one's reviewed it audience-wise yet. I don't think it's out. I'm guessing, maybe, or just no one cares. But yeah, you can see like, it's just absolutely ripped apart by critics. Has so much potential, especially its commentary on how technology and the internet has taken over everyone's mind since the 90s, but often gets so corny that I couldn't fully get behind it. Brilliant. It's so beautifully designed with both its flesh and blood performers and the larger world that I defy you to watch more than 5 minutes without wishing that your flat screen was the size of a house. I mean, they loved it. The Telegraph, like, they were fornicating to it, basically. Filleting themselves, as it were. Wasted potential. Cinemania. In Spain, they didn't like it. Coming soon, they hated it. The Electric State proves that even if you have strong source material and excellent visuals, you can't always rise above the stereotypes of generic Netflix blockbusters. But isn't this more of an indictment on the Russo brothers? I think it is. I really think it is, actually. Underneath the samey story and MCU quipathon dialogue is something that's increasingly rare to find in movies with a similar standing, originality. Well, the inverse, doing the inverse of everyone else and actually liking something, which is pretty mental. Truth be told, there isn't a single laugh or even a knowing smile to be found in this relentlessly stale ordeal, which does for sci-fi adventure comedies what The Grey Man did for action thrillers. Absolutely nothing. Fucking people hate it, mate. It is being ripped. The Electric State contains the most baffling call to arms in recent cinema. This is a story, in short, about how all those damn kids should put their phones down and go hug the nearest corporate mascot. Ha! Ha! Brilliant. Love it. Guardian. There's no soul, no originality, just a great big multicolour wedge. I did that one already. Other people loved it. Deadline, Deadline Hollywood Daily. I don't know what that is. I don't think it's actually Deadline, but they loved it. Shout out to movement choreographer Terry Notary and VFX supervisor, blah, blah, blah. Seamless blend of CGI, VFX, and animation that clearly shows the advancements in the field. Okay, so he loved the VFX. Brilliant. Millie Bobby Brown once again proves she shines as a lead. Really? Fuck, alright, sure. But everyone else, look. Variety, they hated it. I could sort of covered that one already. Joe Blow hated it. Hodgepodge of stuff. It's been done before, much better. The most expensive movie in Netflix history is a massive 320 million boondoggle. 320 million! Holy shit. Just goes to show money can't buy quality, hey? The Electric State is just another display of how the Russo brothers have regressed as a directing team into something that at this point only makes films not even worth subjecting yourself to. Wow, man. It just keeps going. Worst movies of the year. Junk pile aesthetic into a trash movie. As a film, it's a waste of everyone's time and energy. I mean, holy shit, man. People hate it. Everything from the character design to the story beats feel like the results of ChatGPT prompts. The siblings hastily made on the way to set each day. Wow. It's a bundle of ideas we've seen before, but better. This is mental. So there you go. Do you think that they're going to save the MCU? It's looking less and less likely. Thoughts down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.